well. Just finished off another week. This week it was the recovery week. During the recovery week, we decreased volume by about 50%. The last week I was running, I ran about 95 to 100 kilometers. This week was about 52. Definitely feeling a lot more refreshed. Muscles are relaxed. Again, no injuries, no stiffness, which is great. For the next 3 weeks, we're starting a heavy cycle again, and that's going to include 1 medium run, 1 long run, 1 speed workout. For next week, we're doing hills, and the rest are filled with easy short runs. I didn't film much actual running footage this week. Thought to myself, if I'm doing a recovery week, I'm gonna recover to the best of my ability, and that just meant enjoying the run, taking it easy. So I decided that I wouldn't bring my camera along for a lot of these. In this episode, I wanted to kind of talk about some of the challenges I face on a weekly basis with regards to running, primarily why I run out at night a lot of the time. I actually have a full-time job on top of my running. I have to get up every day at 6:30 in the morning and head to work, and I get home around 7 p.m., which is why here in Canada during the winter seasons, by the time it's 7 o'clock, it's most likely going to be pitch black. With that in mind, when I get home at 7 o'clock, I don't have time to eat anything really. I get inside my house, I switch over to my running clothes, and I head out right away because I know that sit on my bed or sit anywhere for, even 10-15 minutes, there's potential there to get into the cycle of resting. It's going to be a lot more difficult down the line to complete the run. I always try to, be quick when I get home and just head out, because I know the first 2 kilometers or 3 kilometers are going to suck. Maybe the first 10 kilometers are going to suck. Eventually I'll get over it. Once I complete the run, I'll be way more satisfied. In the case where I'm doing one of my longer runs around 30-35 kilometers, I step back into my house 10 p.m. and once I'm in from the run, take a shower, and then I have to start cooking. Cooking roughly takes me about 20 to 30 minutes, and then by the time I eat the food and clean everything up, we're looking at around 11 p.m. By that point, I'm already so exhausted that all I want to do is just go to sleep, and that's exactly what I end up doing most nights. Another aspect that makes it very difficult is that I'm peak training in the winter season. Normally, base building happens in the winter. You're doing a lot of easy workout, very little intensity during the winter. The reason why I chose to do a spring marathon in May is I was set back with a few injuries. I was supposed to actually do the sub 3 hour attempt in November, couldn't because of injuries, opted out for the half marathon. My coach and I ended up coming up with a plan to do a spring marathon. So that's the reason why I'm peak training in the winter. All those variables combined have just been extremely difficult for me recently. We have about 2.5 months to go. Sub 3 hour attempt, May 3rd. So that's about 2 more 4-week cycles and we'll be good to go. As we get closer to the marathon day, I'm going to start talking about my strategy for the race. It is a marathon distance, so it could get very difficult in the later stage of the race. Having some kind of strategy throughout the race is a good plan to go in with. I'm hoping that I can attach myself to a group of runners that are going sub 3. I plan to run an even split race, which means that I plan to do the first half as fast as the second half. I want the race to be equal. And the reason for that is I ran a marathon about 1.5 years ago now. That was my last full marathon, and I ended up even splitting it. Turned out really good. I felt really good in the end. Happy with my strategy. May is a good season here in Canada because it's not too hot yet, but it's not too cool. So I'm hoping the temperature sits around 10 degrees Celsius. That's going to be optimal. It's a good course, a lot of good runners. Just got to keep pushing for these next 2.5 months. Strongly believe that the race is going to go really well. It becomes a very mental game past 30 kilometers, purely because you've been running, you've been out there for 2+ hours at that point. Somehow have to tell your legs that, listen, We're not done here. I still got 12K to go. Maintaining nutrition throughout the race is very, very important. So I plan to stop at every drink station with a little bit of taper before the race. I should be feeling all the effects of the training coming through on race day, and I can talk more about tapering in another episode. I just wanted to spend this time to kind of tell you guys what my week to week looks like and what my plans are for this marathon. If you asked me 5 years ago when I first started running if I could ever envision being in a place where, this is possible, I would tell you absolutely not. But I think overcoming these tired days, these long days, bring me one step closer to that goal. If you guys have any questions, deeper questions about my training and why I do the workouts that I do, let me know. I'll answer as soon as I can. I hope you enjoyed this video. I know there wasn't much running footage here. I wanted this to be an informative video about where my head's at, what my strategy might be 2 months from now, how we're progressing. So we're doing really well. It's February 9th today, and we're in a really good spot, ready for the next 3 heavy weeks. Be sure to like the video, share the video, comment, and subscribe. It really helps the channel. You can also follow me on Instagram and Strava. The links will be down below in the description, and I'll see you guys in the next episode.